My name is Shaquan Graham, and I will be interviewing Mrs. Ellie MacVicar.
My name is Mary Alice, and I will also be interviewing Miss Vicker.
Where were you born?
I was born in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Why did you decide to move here?
I came to work just for the summer. The hospital has a busy place in the summertime, and they always hire extra nurses, so that's how I happened to come. Got very hot in the city, so seemed like a good plan. I was working in Boston as a nurse, and I came to Nantucket to work for the summer. And that was 53 or 54 years ago, and I never left.
What inspired you or made you want to be a nurse?
What made me want to be a nurse?
Or inspired you?
What inspired me? Well, I always like to relate with people, and I like to care for people. And that seemed the perfect vocation for me. So that's why I became a nurse. I think helping people of all kinds, people with many different types of illnesses.
Where did you work when you were on Nantucket?
Well, I did work in Boston. I worked at Tufts New England Medical Center, and then I came here and worked at the hospital for a couple of years. Then I got married and had my children, and I didn't work when my kids were very little. But then I started doing a little private duty, and then after that, I worked as town nurse. We had a town nurse. In those days, we were town employees, and I did that on a part-time basis for a while. And then I actually worked in court as a deputy sheriff a long time ago. They used to have one nurse for Superior Court, so I did that for a while. And then my most recent job, I was the director of nursing at our island home. And I was there a little over 20 years. But now I'm retired, and I travel a bit, and I play a lot. And I love the beach. I spend a lot of time on the beach in the summer.
Who influenced you the most in life?
Probably my parents, especially my dad.
Why is that?
Why is that? Well, he was always there. He always encouraged me to take part in different things and to do well in school and to be part of the community. What lesson did he teach me? Well, to be kind to other people and to try to do things for other people, not just for myself. And if you help people, you find out that you feel really good about it.
If you could hold on to one memory from your life forever, what would it be?
Probably the memory of my husband.
Why is that?
Well, he passed away a few years ago, and I have lots of wonderful memories of him and his life with all of us.
What's something very important to you?
My family is probably the most important thing in my life.
What are you proudest of?
I'm proudest of my kids and their accomplishments. They've grown up to be fine young people, and that's probably what I'm proudest of.
What jobs do your children have?
What jobs do my children have? Well, my oldest daughter lives off island, and she's a teacher right at the moment. She's a special needs tutor is what she does. She's really a biologist, and she used to do a lot of substituting, teaching. She also did a lot of research. My middle daughter, who's a little bit younger than her, is a surgeon, and she grew up in Nantucket too and went to medical school, and she does surgery. And my youngest is my son, who lives here on Nantucket, and he's a lieutenant in the police department.
What's special about raising a family on Nantucket?
Well, it's a very close community. It's a very caring community, and I think people really look out for each other. And there are a lot of opportunities here if you take advantage of them. It's important that you get off island once in a while and that you have your parents to support you.
How has your life been different than what you'd imagine?
Well, I never dreamed I'd live on an island. That's the first thing. I just came for the summer, and I grew up in a city. I worked in Boston for a while, and I certainly didn't plan to live on an island, but it's probably the best thing I ever did.
Do you have any volunteer work?
Oh, over the years, I've done a lot of volunteer work. I was a Girl Scout leader. I was a Cub den mother. I volunteer at my church quite frequently and a couple other organizations. I've been on a couple boards at the homestead and for hospice. I've done a lot of volunteer work in the community and a lot of things at school when my kids were younger. That's always fun. It's always rewarding.
Thank you very much for coming today.
You're very welcome. It was my pleasure.